What's up guys, welcome back, it's Jesse. Hi guys, today we're going to be reacting to some of the crazy random facts on the internet guys, on TikTok. This will be some good one. Sit back and relax, let's get to it.
Creepy facts about the ocean you didn't know about.
Yeah, we're going to see what about.
Only about 20% of the ocean has been discovered until now. Maybe there are
I heard about that,
in the ocean. No one knows because the ocean is too big. The deepest part of the ocean is approximately 36,000 to 100 feet,
36,030
meters deep. Hydrothermal vents, also known as deep sea vents, can reach up to 700 degrees Fahrenheit. Just 1 milliliter of ocean water can contain approximately 10 million viruses. In fact, the number of viruses in the ocean outnumbers the amount of stars in the Milky Way. Submarines have heard unexplained sounds in the ocean. This is one of them in the Mariana Trench.
What the thing is this? True sound. What the heck? That's a weird sound. I guess that was the thing. That was a pretty good little fact about the ocean, guys. Don't drink ocean water, guys. You will get sick and die. And like it's too salty too, so it's not a good idea to, swim with your mouth all open and stuff. Well, damn, guys. And what was that sound? Because I heard that's the dolphins or whales could make some sounds that, like, I don't know, it's some weird random sounds, but pretty sure they would have saw a whale or dolphin in there. So, guys, I don't know, guys. That was just a weird one. Yeah, guys, so let's get on to the next one.
Scary haunting facts that'll keep you up at night. While sleeping, we see ghosts in our dreams and suddenly wake up with fear and think it was just a bad dream. According to paranormal experts, it is the virtual reality. They're real spirits communicating with you, but our soul rejects and wakes us up for safety. That is why bad dreams are never completed. In a deep sleep, if you often see your dead relative or friend in your dream, it means their restless soul is actually in your room right now, roaming around you and trying to contact you. According to paranormal investigators, spirits are most active at night and mostly exist in cold air-conditioned rooms. They look and stare at you all night. If you have difficulty trying to fall asleep without any reason, it's a spirit somewhere in your corner staring at you. We actually have a sense to detect a paranormal entity around us. If you feel shivered all of a sudden, it means a spirit just passed through you. If you're home alone and feel like someone is staring at you but find no one after looking, 99% of the time it's a spirit. They want your attention.
Wait. Yeah, I guess I heard about which one was it again? Yeah, I dream about my stepdad a lot, guys. He passed away in October of 2020. Now, I always dream about him, like almost every night. I think I had a dream about him last night, but I don't really remember it. But I did hear that you have a hard time falling asleep at night. It could be the ghost, or if you fall asleep with a mirror in your room instead of facing you. That could be a portal too, guys. So that's why I don't sleep with a mirror in my room facing me and facing like away. But the TV is facing me. I heard that ghost would be a portal too, guys. Because you can still see your reflection. I also heard, what was it again? If you hear, but if you hear like a lot of bugs, like bzzz, like saying in one of your ears, it could be someone else trying to contact you. Yeah, this is a really good fact, guys. And let's get on to the next one.
These are interesting facts to tell your friends, part 1. Up first, did you know 2 days in your life will not last 24 hours? And those days are the day you were born and the day you will die. This is
Man.
absolutely insane, and just wrap your head around that for a second. Next, it is almost impossible to speak the biggest word in the English language.
Damn.
And it's on the screen now, and I'm not even going to try and pronounce
it.
it.
I'm not gonna try
Next
it.
up, you only know you fell asleep when you wake up. So
Right.
next time you're laying in bed trying to sleep, just know you won't know you fell asleep until you woken up. Next up, you can feel that your toes are touching, but your brain just ignores it. Do me a favor and
What the
try
heck?
and
Let's
feel
see.
your toes
Can I?
touching. I bet you can. Next,
No, I
90%
can't.
of people after a discussion are left thinking of arguments of stuff they could have talked about. And I know I'm 100% guilty of this. Next, our brain generates about 50,000 thoughts a day.
Damn.
I guarantee you can't even write down 50,000 thoughts. Finally, the last person you think about before you fall asleep is the source of all of your pain or all of your joy. So just remember that.
Yeah, little trigger facts. I'm not gonna try to pronounce that one long word. I'm gonna try. Let's see. Flock in Achinohelification? I don't know. Well, the definition is down there, right? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what that word even means. So I don't know why the heck that's even a word. Like also the fact that you can actually see your nose, but your brain chooses to, let's say, ignore it too. Also, your nose is the size of the mouth. I forgot your forearm, as long as what arm? I forgot what was it. As long as as long as your whole leg, your forearm as long as your leg. Yeah, I know facts too, guy. Alright, so let's go on to the next one.
Crazy historical coincidences that cannot be explained.
Crazy? Okay, let's go see.
In 1893, a man named Henry Ziegland broke up with his girlfriend at the time,
What?
who then died by suicide. Her brother tried to kill
Damn.
Henry by shooting at him, but he missed, and the bullet got stuck in a tree.
Damn.
20 years later, Henry Ziegland decided to cut down the tree. When it fell, the bullet was dislodged and flew out, which struck him, killing him on the exact spot where he had been shot.
But how? How?
On August 6th, 1945, a Japanese man named Tsutomu Yamaguchi was in Hiroshima for a work trip when the first atomic bomb was dropped.
Damn.
Despite severe burns and injuries, he managed to escape the city and return home to Nagasaki the next day. 3 days
Damn.
later, while on his way to work, the second atomic bomb was dropped, this time in his own city. Miraculously,
But how did he survive?
he survived again, and went on to live up until his death in 2010.
Wait, but
In
different.
1912, a woman named Violet Jessup was aboard the Titanic when it
Damn.
sank after hitting an iceberg. Luckily, she survived.
Nice.
A few years later, in 1916, she was on the Britannic when it struck a mine and
Bro,
sank again.
that.
She survived. Lastly, she was on board the Olympic, which collided
But
with
what the
another
heck?
ship,
Hold up.
and yet she survived again, and is known as the only person to have survived 3 separate disasters at sea.
Never get her out of here. She's the cause of all the ships going. What the heck? That cannot be a coincidence. First of all, why did she go back after the Titanic? And why did she go back after the second one? And anyway, she went back for a fourth time. No, that girl cannot be on ships no more. But the one say Henry, how did the bullet dislodge? It was stuck on the tree. In the past 24 years too. I don't like the power of the tree. Like no, bro, you were supposed to die here. Then guys, these are some crazy facts. Especially about the anyone. Like one guy that I'm talking about for a little bit is Phineas Gage. I think that's his name. I wrote an essay about him. That's a metal rod. He used to work in railroad tracks, like putting them down or blowing them up. I don't know, but a big is a rod. Cause I don't forget what blew up or dislodged, but something happened and it went through here. I feel like I talked about this before. I mean, it went through here. It came out through his right or left eye, but it went through his whole brain, and then because of that, his whole personality message changed. He became like more reckless, more like rude and stuff. But guys, that's all. There's some crazy stuff could happen out here. Let's go on to this next one.
Strangest things in history that really happened. So back in 1915, a woman from South Carolina named Essie Dunbar suffered an epileptic seizure that caused her to collapse and quit breathing. A doctor was summoned and he checked Essie for a pulse, and he declared her deceased. Soon after that, Essie's family arranged for a quick funeral. The funeral was held at a local church. Essie's body was placed in a wooden coffin and lowered into her grave, as mourners gathered around to pay their respects. The problem is, while all this was going on, Essie's sister was out of town, which made her late for the services. By the time she got there, Essie's coffin had already been placed into the grave and covered with dirt. When Essie's sister realized that Essie had already been buried, she begged the 3 presiding ministers to give her one last chance to see her sister's face. The 3 preachers collectively sighed, and they agreed. So they dug Essie up and hauled the coffin back to the surface. Then they unscrewed the lid and unsealed the coffin. That's when all hell broke loose. That's because Essie Dunbar sat straight up in her coffin and smiled at everyone. People began screaming and running for their lives. The 3 preachers got knocked over into the grave. 2 of them trampled the 3rd one, breaking several of that priest's ribs. Things grew even worse after that, when Essie climbed out of her coffin and began chasing after the mourners who were all running away from her, thinking Essie was a zombie. Even after that, it took some convincing for some of the locals to believe that Essie wasn't a zombie. Essie Dunbar went on to live for another 47 years until finally passing away in May of 1962 at age 77. This time was for keeps. At least I think it was.
Walsh run after that. What the heck? I was scared too and run away. What the heck? It's crazy. The one happened recently in Mexico where a single girl died, right? It was a mom, I think. And they were sitting at the funeral. Then the mom died, like, shot wide open. I don't know if she was still alive or because that's the only thing I saw about that post. But damn. So make sure that they're really dead, guys. Especially people like this, like who just saying, like, "Oh, okay, well, we gotta make sure." Crazy. I don't want you to even run after the people for. What?
You're scared. Why are you running?
Yeah, because she started to run after them. She climbed out of the coffin, started to run after the people. What the fuck? Yeah, go on to this next one, guys.
Scary facts about animals you probably didn't know.
About animals? What?
Hippos kill more people in Africa than lions, elephants, leopards, buffalo, and rhinos combined.
The Tortora, right?
Crocodiles are able to climb trees and do it regularly.
What the fuck?
There's
Why?
a type of snake called the flying snake and can glide in the air for 330 feet and can even change directions midair.
Why?
The box jellyfish with one sting can make you experience paralysis, cardiac arrest, and even death, all within a few minutes of being stung.
Damn.
Tasmanian devils spend so much time fighting and biting each other that they've developed contagious mouth cancer.
Damn.
Margays will mentally torture their prey with manipulation.
How? So, first of all, why could an alligator? Crocodile. Why could a crocodile climb a tree for? And why did it do it regularly? And why could a snake fly for 230 feet and it can even change directions? Guys, you guys can't be out in the wild. Let's stay indoors. Imagine you running away from a snake. No, you see it just shoot up in the sky. You okay? I'm gonna change direction. Then you see it just following you. You guys, we gotta be careful out here. Well, guys, that's crazy. The fuck? Why could animals do that? I kind of get the hippo one. They're very territorial. I heard, and people will try to, kill them. I think for their skin. Calm down. Well, guys, it's crazy out here, guys. I think that'll do it for today's video. Just comment down below some of your guys' facts that you guys know. Then, because I know a lot of good ones, but I had to look them up again because I kind of forgot them. But hey, guys, enjoyed this. Make sure you guys like, share, comment, and subscribe. And 400 subscribers, we're going to Gravity Falls, or the name down below. I keep forgetting the name of it. I don't know why. Sandro is the place with the abandoned mental hospital. It's pretty cool. 500 subscribers, we're going to be spending the night at a haunted hotel. Now 1,000 subscribers, guys, we'll be going to the Clown Motel in Las Vegas and spending the whole night there. Guys, this is a good year for the channel. Alright guys, I think that's all for today. Guys, I'll see you on the next one. Peace out, guys.